Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. We are currently riding on our oil train that's taking our crude oil into the oil refinery, and it's just pulling into the station now. One of the reasons that we're on that particular train is that we're about to have a look at that line. So that line is currently transferring at a rate of 911. But we're outputting at 1200, and our refinery over here also wants to be receiving at 1200, so we're not getting enough oil there. So we're going to need to look at both of these trains. Now unfortunately we can't upgrade our cargo capacity. They're already it's not going to show me which one it is. We know these are the 9 unit items, and we're also pulling like mediocre. So we're going to have to actually upgrade our engines. So even though, so this guy, power 580, tractor effort 85 kilonewtons, we don't have any diesels. The electric ones, a lot more expensive to run per year. This guy's only 300,000. A lot more, 1.8 million. A lot more, 1.4 million. So we don't need the speed. We do need the power and tractive effort. So this guy, twice as expensive, bit better. 3 times as expensive, bit better again. This guy, way more expensive, way better. Exactly which one is best? I'm not entirely sure, because for none of them, we don't really need the speed. But we look at this, 1000 kilowatts, so twice as powerful in terms of power. And what's that? About a third more tractive effort, twice the cost. If we look in here, this guy's 1 million, but he's only limited to 75. So that's not fast enough for our 80 kilometer an hour cars. So it's no good. Both of these considerably more expensive, considerably more power. So why don't we try for the is this A3/5? Just for the power and the tractive effort. Let's get to the front here and make sure I put it in the right spot. It did, and this one, come on, scroll. It did. Okay, let's modify those. We'll color them both gray again. And then come back in here and look. So they're still saying mediocre, but it's less mediocre than it was before. And of particular importance with that is that I want to add some more cargo capacity on here. So up to, the stations are 320 long. We're going to expand our trains to just under that limit. Okay. Color them grey again. And let's just see how this guy goes. What's that done to the rate? So the rate is now 1,200. We need to ship 1,200. So that should be enough now. We'll just have to wait and see. And hopefully this doesn't run out of oil. Oh, but this is upgrading. So we may need to come back and do a little bit more on here. But we'll leave it for now. If we look here, we've got oil or fuel coming down here. This guy taking fuel back. There's fuel there. Okay, they look happy. We won't need to touch that. If we come over here to our bread, got a lot of bread on station 1. Now the Ben's tarpaulins, is that the best we can get? It's not, we can upgrade them. So we're gonna need just this normal truck, replace. So that should provide more capacity on that line, just because they're a bit bigger. We've got people waiting here. What's this, our intercity line? So let's add a couple more buses on there, just to help people get between the cities. Around the city, it looks like everything is running fine, so we'll leave it alone. And over here, this looks like it's all running fine, so we'll again leave it alone. And our bread line, our grain looks okay. Our bread looks okay, so that all looks fine. Now the question is, what are we going to do next? I would love if we could get some more construction material down here. Unfortunately, we've only got the one quarry on the map. Let me move this into the middle. The one quarry on the map, so we can't get any more here without investing more planes. And at the moment we're running, what are they, junkers? I think that's the best we can do in terms of capacity. So these guys have capacity of 10 and 8. Yeah, these are faster with higher capacity. So we're just kind of stuck there until we can get bigger planes. Unless we're just at... See, what's this? 4 planes getting us a rate of 38. So we're going to need 11 planes in total. Which is just going to block up the airway. They'll be forever waiting to like give way. Like to land and take off. Over there and over here. If we have 11. We can possibly... Let's just double it to 8. And see what happens. But that's in terms of all the maintenance we're going to do for old cities. Other things that we do need around here. We do need tools in Sanctuary Point. Here we go, we've got one tool factory, which uses timber. Is there anywhere else that... Oh, lots of places take tools. Melton takes tools. Sanctuary Point here takes tools. Another one taking tools. Lots of places are taking tools. The only tool factory is using planks. We've only got one sawmill, and that's over here. Lots of things use it, and then only one forest. Way over here. So again, we've got this massive cross-map issue. Where we've got our forest in the top left of the screen, the planks in the kind of mid right of the screen. Just not gonna be functional to move them. Like that's really, we need an airplane to do that kind of distance. Oh, a new tools factory. That's... I wasn't planning on that, but that is wonderful. So we've got a new tools factory here that uses steel to produce 2 tools. Okay, so where can we make steel from? Cobram? There's Cobram. So that's this guy up here. And oh, we've got a steel place down here. That's nice because that's relatively close. Okay. Let's look at our steel. Pardon me. Oh, sorry. Okay, we need to get rid of the... What's it? Slag. To Melton Construction. Where is that? That's way up here. Okay, well that's a little frustrating because that's where our other steel is. Okay, so getting the slag up there, we could ship it across the map. And in terms of suppliers, we've only got 1 coal and 1 iron. So if we somehow link those with a rail line around the back here, we send our rail line down here past the steel mill, past the livestock factory, or past the livestock farm, across the river. We'll have to do something here with this junction. Across the river over to our steel factory. And this will be a gigantic station. We've already got that rail line there. We've already got that rail line there. So we could ship both of these out by train. Steel goes back across the map to the tool factory. The slag comes onto another line that comes up here to this station, and then we just truck it the short distance into here. Okay, so that's a lot happening, but I think that's what we're going to do. Now, one of our issues is that here at our oil refinery, we don't have any through tracks. Like, all of our track goes into the platform, which means that this train carrying slag passing through will need to give way here. I don't know. We'll come back to that in a minute. We've got to get our steel produced first. Let's start in here. We want a cargo station. A big long boy, but just one track. We want to position it so it can go past the... Which side there do we want to go? Yeah, I think we want to go the left side of the... What's that thing? Whatever that thing is. The livestock factory. Okay, let's put him there. Let's come in here and configure. We don't want any of these. We do want a bigger cargo building. Maybe some big side buildings. That'll do. And we need to configure this road. We want the... just a small country road is fine. Along there. And then you can come... none of that really works. If we come to like here, and then do something like this. There we go, that's a bit better. That works. It's a bit funky, but I kind of like it. So they're definitely connected. Now this one need the pass-through tracks. So we're gonna put those in. Boop, boop, boop. Oop, I missed one. Go back the other side. So those two that we just added, both pass-through tracks. That's where our main line will go. Over here we need to get our coal and iron ore trains running. And the question is, do we have two stations and have them merge? Or do we have one big station in the middle and have them like trucked across? Or even a better question. Okay, so I'm just looking like if we could somehow manage to get this in the middle, I think the distance is still going to be too far. And that's going to go off at a really weird angle. It could loop around. Let's just go with one platform to start. A one-step train station to start, sorry. And we'll put it in the middle. Maybe here. We want to come in here. Configure this bad boy. Cargo building. Yeah, this can just be a small building at the end, like so. We will add a second platform on here, because eventually there'll be enough traffic to utilize two platforms. but one is enough for now. Oops. Okay, let's just smooth out the ground here a little bit. Want to flatten at our train height around here. And then just a little straight road across. Yep, okay, and then we'll build out stuff on either side. So if we come out here. How do we want to do this? Like, it's not very far. I don't think we need a particularly large road. What if we just say go straight off the end there? A tunnel? No thank you. But that's a lot of digging under there. I do think we want to go that way around. What's it? Yeah, that's somehow thinks that is better for that particular spot. Okay, let's do that. And then we need a little drop off here, so we're going to do a small cutout this way, and just a drop off point here. I should check that's connected. It is. Well, that's almost reaching to the station here. To here, like there's the end there. What if... Okay, just humor me for a minute. What if we took that straight across there? We'll delete this bit of road as well. Add it back in. So you're going from there straight to there. That's cutting through the hillside a lot. That's okay. Okay, so you're only reaching to there now. That's a little annoying. I thought it reached further before. Oh. We'll just go with this one, since it's what we've got there now. Let's curve this around this way. But now we'll want this on the opposite side. We'll get our same road. Bring it around like this. Around to the coal side. We'll put that in there like so. And this will need to go on the outside there like that. Now they should all be connected. They are. And then we can put some truck stations at each end. Now which way do we want this to go? For better traffic management. So they're going to come down the outside and come back up this side. Which means if we put it this way, then we can have our entrance. We need to remove that, our exit, and then get some little one-way roads. Connect you up to there, you into there. Wonderful. Do you need to smooth this out a little bit? Just so that's not so harsh. There we go. I mean, it doesn't look quite as out of place now. It's one side. We need the other side. Here, I think we actually want it on this side. Now the problem over here is that this is The side with the giant hill. So we're gonna need to... Where's a spot that we can put this? I guess there will do. It's not a great spot. You can come down like so. And we'll just smooth this out so it doesn't look quite so aggressive. And that corner's still pretty sharp, but it is what it is. Okay, now we can set up our two little transfer lines here. So this is someone iron to train. Color it orange, go from there to there. Horsham is where we are. Horsham. And then the second one, I'm guessing this is going to be Horsham as well. Oh, coal to train. This is actually coal 2 to train. Because coal 1, I think it got deleted. So yeah, see, look how nicely they're going and not interfering with each other. And at our pickup points on either end, we do want to tell them to wait for full loads. Excellent. We need to connect that road back up again. Even though it doesn't serve a purpose, it's visually important. Okay, there we go. Smooth that out. Done. We also need a depot out here. And we're going to put that depot on that little bit of road we just made. Done. Okay, that's one part of our journey. The next part of our journey is going to be getting our rail lines from here to here. Even though we're needing to get the coal and whatnot over to the other side over there. So out of this station, we're going to do what I normally do. We're going to build straight. And I'm going to build a second line right next to it. Third line right next to it. Delete the first two. The reason I do this is that this is now in the middle. So we can connect this up. And know that each of these is going across the same amount. It just makes diamonding it a little bit easier. Like so. And then these need to connect over to here. So let's just get rid of that road. Rail line. So we'll go from the right hand side. This has to come into the center line here. So that's the right hand through. And what's that doing? That seems a pretty reasonable curve. I'll accept that. And then this one, zoom out, come over here, put you into there. Done. We'll need to do some terraforming here to make this look a bit nicer. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to integrating this platform into the network as well. But that's this end done. Now we need to get over here done. And this will be a massive train station. So we're going to need 4 platforms. Let's just check and make sure that there's only one slag location, but multiple steel locations. So I said 4 platforms. Let's start with 4 platforms. Look, it even gives you slightly bigger default buildings if you have more platforms. 1, just a little guy. Never noticed that before. 2 has more. 3 the same. 4 it upgrades. We say 8. Well, it gives you all the buildings. Okay, we don't need 8. Not yet anyway. And we're going to point this in that direction of that cow farm over there. You can sit there like that. And then we'll replace this road. Oops. Straight across here. Where's the line there? There we go. And bring this guy across here. So they're definitely connected now. And then we just need to get this rail from here over to here. Now looking at where steel needs to go, it doesn't look like any steel is coming off to the left hand side. So going to use these 2 left hand tracks as our iron and our coal. Let's delete that road out the way for now. Gonna get our tracks. We're gonna say this flat. Or a new chemical plant. That'll be another place for us to use our oil. Okay, we'll bring that out flat. We'll bring this out flat as well. Now let's diamond these up. Oops, there we go. And I just want to... Where's straight across? So there is straight. Let's go for the big bridge. We still want to make sure ships fit under here. And this is actually important, unlike that one, because we've got ships going along here right now. Okay, so that's just enough for ships to go under. Go one more. Doesn't change the sharpness at either end. We have way more ship room. Nice. Let's get the second line across there as well. Wonderful. And then over here, we will come out of there straight. Come out of here straight. Probably should have come straight out at this side as well. Too late now. Then what are we going to do here? I think what we do is we tunnel this straight through one underneath. We give it a little bit of a dip here. Okay, we're going to need to pause to do that though. Let's get our train. This guy, we'll just bring it straight through to there. Straight across to there. Then that little bit of curve we can get later. But this bit here we need to dip down. Let's give ourselves a little bit more space. Come back a bit more for a bit more space. And then from here, we want to go to there. Now this has helpfully put a railway crossroads in, which is one thing that we do not want. So let's dig down. How far down do we have to... Okay, so we can't dig down any more than that. So let's go back another couple. Just because of the terrain of the land, it's... Oops. Like it's fairly flat across here. So we're happy to do that. So from there to there. And we'll go down again. There we go. Now we'll ease it up until it just goes into tunnel mode. There we go. Done. this one. Oh, the end is over there. We'll connect as well. Now our signals we need to put back in. So let's take that signal out and re-add it so that it adds in the intermediate ones as well, which will then let us put this one back in. Signal there. Okay, so we can press play again now that we've fixed this line. We will have some form of junction here between them. Exactly what that is, I'm not sure yet. We don't need it yet, so we're not going to put it in. And you come around to there. Okay, that looks okay to me. Oops. And you come around to here. Nice. Okay, so that should be... We'll get our coal and our iron from up there to down here, and then we'll be able to get our steel back here eventually. Once we get this guy moving. Alright, now we just need to get some trains and whatnot operating. Now our train factory, we've got one over here in Cobram. I think... Now, the issue with Cobram, we had to be careful about what was happening here. So let's move it to over here. We'll put it... Maybe we'll put it over here near the steel yard. Now that doesn't make any sense. But if we don't put it on this line... You know what? We're just gonna like chuck it here. I was gonna say we'll just chuck it here and deal with it later, but I don't really want to do that. I prefer to put it down and leave it. You know what? I think this is actually a not terrible spot for the depot, except for how it merges in. That's a lot of oil waiting to go. How's this going for oil? Well, he's happy now, that's nice. How's this going for oil? That's a lot of oil. Is that really producing this much? There you go. That's a lot of little cars over there. Oh, well, we'll just let it go. It knows what it's doing. Now here, how can we manage this here? I think we are going to do this junction now. So let's say after here, we want to keep the speed fairly high, if we can. That'll do. And then you to there. Okay, so that gives us 2 extra tracks that we can use to merge around. We haven't done signals on this side yet, so let's add those in. So we'll go you there. This is our last signal before that station. That's fine. I guess we'll come from this side. We'll go signal there. And this is the last signal before the station, so we'll go there. Wonderful. And then maybe we'll use this part here to get our trains on and off. So the thing to notice is that when they're merging in, they'll really only need to go left. But it would be nice if they could go right as well. Just for aesthetic reasons. So let's get our track. Let's come from here maybe. We'll go around there. Yeah, let's do that. And then this one as well. So we want this to be 160. It needs to be super wide. Yeah, that's never gonna cut it. So we're gonna make this tighter radius than that. Okay, so you're going to there. And now we need to join up these bits of track. So that's the side that we desperately need. And then this other one will be just for aesthetic reasons. So let's come from there into here. And then we'll go there. We'll just stop midway so that we can find the matching point here. There we go, look at that. And then we'll get some signals in here. Okay, so you go up, down, down. Here, you go up, down. You are an up and a down, up to down, up, down, up, down. So many signals. Put this one back a little bit, just so that we can click the right way. There we go. And then this one's close enough, that one's close enough. Do we need them all? Probably not, but I like it this way. Wonderful, so that's everything we need now to get our coal line working. So let's go through and create the lines. We've already got those two defined. So this will be the Horsham to Sanctuary Point. New line. It's a train line. Oh, this is a rail line. Horsham to Sanctuary Point. Now this, we're going to mix iron and coal to steel. How are we labeling these? Horsham iron to Sanctuary Point steel. Where did you go? Rail, rail, rail. Horsham. Okay, here. Because it's a mix, let's color it purple. We're going from here to here. That'll do. And at Horsham South, we won't tell it to wait, we'll just let it do its thing. But here, we do need to add our two trucks here first. The reason for that is that they're cheaper to be losing money on whilst we are waiting for the line to get operational. And then we need our train. The depot's back here. In terms of our cargo, we'll have these gondolas limited to 80. Let's again start with the BR-74 bad. And then some of these gondolas. How many? 20? Whoa, 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 I'm doing the wrong thing. We don't want 20 of those, we want 20 of these. Okay, so 200 capacity. Okay, so not enough power to get up hills, and there are some hills on this route. So let's do something we don't do very often. There's a way you can click this to get it to go all the way to the front. And I forget which button it is. So we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. So this guy will have 2 little locomotives on there now. There we go. We're just gonna have one of them to start. Color it that pinky color. Put it on, if we look up, we should see on that line there. Okay, so this, we're gonna get stuck here again because, let's just pin this stop because of this train in here. But these now should start working out they've got a consumer. And so it should start putting out goods onto the platforms for our trucks to pick up. So we're just waiting for, let's go a bit faster, just for a couple of minutes. We're waiting for this train to get into this zone here. Okay, let's go again. So that this guy gets right of way. Let's actually follow it. So I'm going to pull around the corner here and then go zoom in. We can actually sit back a little bit and look over the shoulder of the second engine. So this is the main line down the river. The river is just over here to the left. And then we're taking a detour. Now we'll go to the... well, we're not going to the right. I don't know why we go down here first, but I guess we are. So there's our little nice bridge. And then pulling in here to the steel factory. Because over there, there's the other river. There's nothing to do, so we're going back. Did he fit under there? It looked like it clipped through the bridge. We've got electric lines on here. We don't have a use for them yet, but we've got them. We'll move out to the right a bit so we can look around the train's shoulder essentially. We're going up the hill. This was the part I was concerned with, just one locomotive, that we wouldn't be able to make it. So here's our tools factory on the left, behind our station there. Come back in a bit closer. Now we're coming around the corner and we'll get to our, it's a relatively fairly small iron and coal pickup point up here. And then we'll pick stuff up and then be on our way. And you can see in the left, 56 coal, up here now, 56 coal, 70 iron. Now Highfield, I've got a mail sorting center. That's nice. Okay, so he's just going to keep doing his job. We'll slow down a little bit. But these guys, they're going to need way more trucks up here. So this line, one truck is doing 97. So that means we're going to need 5 of them. Over here, one truck doing 79. So to get to 400, we'll need 6. 5 is just not enough. So that will get our iron out of here, or iron and coal out of here over to our train station. And the thing we want to manage with this line is here at Horsham South. When we pick up, we actually want 50% of each of these. And the reason for that is that down here, this uses them in equal quantities. So we don't want to have way more of one than the other. That will get part of our line working.